Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast. Time to hashtag everything. We talk about all the fun, crazy stories on social media, from Instagram to Facebook, Twitter to Tumblr, or probably even Friendster. Join us each week as we explore the quirky side of social media. It's the Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast.
It's simple, such a sad song. The one that we rely on to get us.
Thank you for tuning in to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Juan Newsom. Thank you for tuning in, folks. I know, welcome today, all of my listeners, conversationalists. Thank you for tuning in today. We got a great show set up for you. Rundown. Here's the rundown. We have 2 segments of news because there's just so much out there trending on all of the social media platforms. We also have Will and Jada. That'll be our first segment. I think you're gonna really like that one. And last but not least, the Patriots are going back to the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna make a 15-minute case for the Patriots because what's happened in this off season is just crazy, and it's trending on Twitter. Cam Newton. So look, I don't want to give everything up. So let's start with our first segment. Will, Jada, and August Alsina. What is going on, my man? Well, I can't say that I'm not surprised. I remember years ago there were rumors. Well, more than rumors, actually, that they have that kind of marriage. And to each his own, I'm not judging. I mean, but this is for somebody like me that's been around and been watching entertainment for a while. I not shocked, least bit. Not shocked at all. And it has caused a storm on Facebook, Twitter, and so forth. There are memes going around saying there's got Will and Jada pictured together, and Will has his arms like he's presenting her, and it says that this is what it's like. This is what it's like when you give her back to the hood. So, okay, wow. There are, oh my goodness, on Twitter there is this one user. He said Tupac said Jada made him climax without sex. Oh my goodness. August is willing to die for her. What is she doing to these men? Oh goodness. The pieces will fall into place. Pizzagate, open relationship claiming Jada Smith and August. Will Smith was on Jeffrey Epstein's flight. Okay, logs. Oh my goodness. That's like total conspiracy. All right. While Princess Mononoke is trending, I remember Jada Pinkett Smith voiced Toki in the dub version. That made such an impact on me because her voice is so iconic. Showing Jada some love right there. But even there's clips going around on YouTube trending where the comedians are going in, man. Are going in. Hold on. Here she go. Bill Bellamy. Now, Bill Bellamy just goes off. I want you guys to get a piece of this, all right?
All right, y'all. Somebody do me a favor. Just do me a favor. Put August Alsina on the phone for me right now. If you know anybody, his family, his cousins, or a dear friend or old coworker, get his number and have him call Bill Bellamy. Let me tell you why. First and foremost, breaking news, he said that he was in a relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, okay? First of all, August, let me just explain something to you right now. How you blow that job? How you that's the job, August. That was it. That's the job. You ain't got to do nothing else but be Jada Pinkett Smith boyfriend. Her gardener, maybe a slight, massage therapist, pool boy. Whatever the title is, that was your job. That's all you had to do. Do you not realize, August Alsina, we are in a pandemic. Ain't no jobs. Ain't nobody working. Ain't nothing going on. Ain't no tours. Ain't nothing going on. You had a job to do. To do what you signed up to get.
I mean, he's going in. I mean, he's really going in, folks. And, I don't know if I agree or what, it's not my lifestyle, but, he does have a point there. She's married to Will Smith, and you're not really going to be the provider that Will is. So if that's the arrangement, that's the arrangement. Here's a little bit more, folks.
So you stay in your lane. You out here doing interviews like you Usher. You not Usher. You not Chris Brown. You August Alsina. You need help. You need assistance. The Smiths, they're very nice people. And they got that money. And you messed up. How often do jobs come along like that, August? Think about it. It took us 1 billion years to get a black president. You think we're going to get another one? It's going to be another 1 billion years. Certain jobs come once in a lifetime. August Alsina, you do not blow that job. Why couldn't you have a conversation? What did I do? Sorry. You know what? I'm calling y'all too much. Oh my God. I drove by without calling. You right. I don't live here. My bad. Don't stalk you. You right. Jada, you are right. I'm bugging. Stop liking all my pictures. Stop commenting on my Red Table Talk. Okay. You right.
That is hilarious. I mean, that's really funny stuff. Bill Bellamy is amazing when it comes to his YouTube videos. I mean, it's trending all over YouTube. There are tons of comments on this. There's also another video by comedian Ryan Davis. It's like really skyrocketed Facebook. Hundreds of thousands of listens and shares. I'm gonna try to.
What August Alsina is doing to Will Smith is the most treacherous, traitorous, backstabbingest thing I've ever seen in my life. And to be completely honest with you, I'm disgusted. If a man is nice enough to let you in his house, take you on vacation, let you be around his family, and
he's further going there. I gotta cut some of the parts out, folks.
It's Alsina had y'all on the internet talking about, oh, he's a victim. Oh, look, make me a victim. In my toughest times, I would love to be around the Smith family and be hitting Jada Pinkett. Where do we sign up for that? I know millions that will sign up for that. I'm confused because I've been to many people's house and they barely ask if I want anything to drink, much less rounds with their wife.
That is hilarious. So, folks, I mean, that's trending. If you go on Twitter, and if you put in Jada, it is everywhere. There's like all types of memes, all types of, oh my goodness. There's even this video of Jada Pinkett saying if she could have multiple partners at once. What in the world is this? Okay, this is a new one on
Jada
there.
and Gammy, have you ever been interested in being in a throuple? Hell yeah. Hell no. Jada. A throuple. You know what? I could do a throuple. I could.
Would it be sexually intimate?
I could probably be romantically engaged with somebody else, but I can only have sex with one person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sexually monogamous, but I definitely could be romantically poly.
I think also...
Maybe if I was back in the day, you know what I mean? But today, I can't. I could have only one.
Would it be you and two guys, or would it be you and a girl?
Well, it'd probably have to be a quadruple.
Okay.
Okay, I can see that.
You want it equal?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it would have to be equal.
It's harder to run a quadruple, I have to say, just because it's like a table with 4 legs. One leg goes and the whole thing goes down.
Out of the horse's mouth. I find this clip randomly on Twitter. It comes out. Oh my God, Twitter is such a gold mine, folks. It's such a gold mine. My thoughts, look, the Smiths are denying it, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's going to shake down, but man, I can't even imagine. I mean, they have pictures of Jada and Will and August just hanging around. They're everywhere. And then there's this one post on Twitter with Will and August together. They just chilling together. And the user called me Sensei. The streets are saying this is Jada's wallpaper. Oh God. That's just horrible. I mean, they have pictures of them with him everywhere. So then there's another one. I guess looks like they're at some type of venue. August is with Jada and Drake was there. I don't know if this was a Photoshop or what. But in the text, Drake saw this stuff too and decided to mind his business. Somebody, essential tweeter. My thing is, if they had an open relationship, how come we never heard about the women Will has been with? Jada just got that high sex drive. Oh my God, this is crazy. They have a picture of Squidward tentacles sleeping at the cash register. It's July, but Jada already been through August. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Oh my God, this is so, I mean, Hollywood, I mean, that's Hollywood for you. Well, that's their business, folks. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? Hollywood is Hollywood. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in that Hollywood scene that you don't know about. I have a few celebrity friends, and you know, it's a tight inner circle when it comes to things like this. Things like this rarely come out because it's just, you know, in that world, it's another world. There's just that understanding, you know, there's a code. So it's rare that something like this would get out. Oh no, here we go. They got Smokey and Craig from Friday. I know Jada pissed. She got to pass up that massage now that she has roommates. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Lady C, so it's my fault he trifling. PD Pablo, oh my goodness, Ricky is giving me Jada Pinkett Smith realness. This is crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna do a search. I'm gonna go in. August Alsina. I did the search before. So apparently, you know, just for how this whole thing started, August Alsina did an interview, and then he even spoke about this situation on his new album. So, man, this is crazy. they got a picture of them at the BET Awards together. August Alsina and Jada Pinkett. Okay. I can see why Jada did what she did. One user writes, John Legend's Bay. That's her name. I like some of these names. I'm not that creative. Jada Pinkett, and she did announce this on her Twitter. There's some healing that needs to happen, so I'm bringing myself to the red table. Okay, I want to see this. When is this going to happen? So, folks, that's it, folks. We're going to wrap this segment up. And that was a great segment, I think. We talked about Jada and Will and what's going on there. Coming up after the break, there is a ton of social media news out there. Not only because it's 4th of July weekend, but there are other outside events that have happened in the past few days. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. This is Juan Newsom, and I am your host at the GSMC Social Media Podcast.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Next, folks, we got all types of things that are trending on Twitter. Again, I'm Juan Newsom. I am coming to you from the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. And so for the second segment, we're going to go back to trending topics on social media. If you check Twitter, we want to offer our condolences to Broadway actor Nick Cordero. That's a heavy trender right now. Dies at 41 after months of COVID-19 complications. He's survived by his wife, fitness expert Amanda Klutz, and their little baby. So Elvis, I believe that's their son's name. So I'm only giving him a shout out because I remember seeing a couple of plays of his, and I just recognized the face, trending on Twitter. It's you can find it in Twitter Moments. Even there's a headline in the Associated Press. Variety magazine also has a write-up. Also, we lost Italian composer Ennio Morricone. He dies at the age of 91. He won an Oscar, those who may not be familiar, for his work on Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight, He died in Rome due to complications following a fall, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Maricone has more than 500 scoring credits to his name and worked on iconic films including The Thing, Once Upon a Time in the West, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, as well as television shows such as The Simpsons and The Sopranos. So, our thoughts and prayers goes out to his family. Also, let's see here, trending on Twitter. People, on another note, maybe on a more higher note, people are greatly anticipating Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. They're going crazy. Now, rightfully so, if you've ever played this game. I am a Zelda head, and I've played pretty much every game, except for, I don't think I played Majora's Mask, but every other Zelda game I played and beaten. I just didn't have an interest in Majora's Mask, but I've even played Breath of the Wild 1. So according to the latest updates, the voice actors claim that their work on the sequel is finished. They've released a few trailers, and according to comicbook.com, as of 26 minutes ago, The Legend of Zelda will soon they're hinting that there will be soon a release date. So, don't know if you ever played it. Here in the audience, it's a very good game. It's on the Nintendo Switch. So, watch out for the Switch though, because playing it too much, because sometimes that fan overheats and the device melts. The fan mechanism melts, and so you have to replace it. So don't play your Switch too much, because, you know, that fan is like a common malfunction. That's just some tech notes there. Also trending, of course, we discussed in the last hour the Jada Pickett, August Alsina controversy. So it's actually still going on. A lot of spoof videos, a lot of memes. There's another podcast called the Reduced Lunch Podcast that I follow, and here's the headline on their Twitter page: Did August Alsina break the code of codes? Does he owe Jada privacy? Did he have relations with Jada? So, as you know, one of the podcasts that I kind of listen to, it's a pretty good one. So, don't mind giving a shout out to them. Also trending on Twitter. Let's see here. Don't want to get political, so there's a lot of politics out here. And, you know, we don't do that here. People remember Cameron Boyce on the first anniversary of his death. That's okay. He's an actor who died July 6, 2019 at the age of 20. Starred in Disney Channel's comedy series Jessie from 2011 to 2015. I remember this guy. So, okay. So he's trending heavily, actually. There's a lot of comments and a lot of posts in his honor. Let's see here. Also, in financial news, there's a lot of mention of the NASDAQ and 401ks here. Let's see here. Did you guys know that the Nathan's hot dog eating contest was last week? That was trending, but it was on one of our off days, so I don't know if the other hosts have captured that, but that was heavily trending. I had to go back and look. Okay. Oh man, they're giving Jimmy John's the business. Did everyone forget the elephant hunt photo that quickly? Jimmy John should have gone out of business already. So apparently, okay, controversial photo. Okay, I'm headed over to Yahoo News now from Twitter. Jimmy John's boycott. CEO's elephant hunting photo leads to a new wave of social media outrage. I'm going to get the article. Social media users are calling for a boycott of Jimmy John's after controversial photos of fast food sandwich chain CEO resurfaced online Friday. Jimmy John Latude, who founded the company and currently serves as its chairman, has previously criticized by animal rights groups for his love of big game hunting. Photos of Latude posing with dead trophy animals first emerged on the internet in 2011, according to Snoops, but Friday responses to a tweet posted in April, which includes a photo of CEO giving a thumbs up while sitting on top of a dead elephant, began trending on Twitter. Owner of Jimmy John celebrating the killing of a beautiful animal. Remember the next time you want a sub. Okay, wow. Big elephant. Goodness gracious. And there are tons of tweets. Oh no, they're dissing the food now. If the food wasn't good enough reason not to eat at Jimmy John's, here's another. Oh goodness. Are there more? Oh no. Oh no. That is crazy. So they are heavily boycotting Jimmy John's. Well, on Twitter anyway. They are really hating him right now. Okay. Sorry folks, those are my alerts. Okay. Wow, already boycott Jimmy John's because the owner hunts elephants. And now the food sucks. Okay. Okay. Since we're canceling Jimmy John's, I'll just leave this one here. Why Jersey Mike's? What's going on with Jersey Mike's? I have no idea what is going on with Jersey. I love Jersey Mike's. Jimmy John's food is overrated, and so they have Subway and Jersey Mike's up there as a replacement. Okay, I got you. I get it. I personally get that one. Okay. All right. Why is that top news? I have no idea. I have no idea why that's top news. Trending. Okay. Zoom price target raised on demand tailwind. NASDAQ. Wow. Get those Zooms. Get that stock in Zoom if you don't have it already. That's a good one. Let's see here. For some reason, Rutgers is trending. I have no idea. Can't wait for Rutgers to charge full tuition for online classes this fall. Oh, that's why they're complaining about Rutgers is totally going online this year. Wow. Ouch. Some people just don't like online. It's not for everyone. Me personally, I like the hybrid classes. I've taken a few of those when I was getting my master's, and it kind of works out. You go into class fewer days, but you do a lot of work online. So you go in class for the lectures, you leave, and you do all of your work at home, kind of. That's kind of the way that it shakes out. Okay, Monday morning trending under Twitter. Okay. Woods Farm, Devon. Wow. Oh, that's cute. The cows. Twitter handle, The Donkey Sanctuary. Oh no, those are donkeys. What am I talking about? Wow. That's a lot of donkeys. Okay. Also, it is believed that kissing is learned behavior. Anthropologists theorize that Europeans learned about the kiss when the Greeks, led by Alexander the Great, invaded India in 326 BC. Wow. Someone has a chihuahua up here, a brown one, cute little guy. Cooper's got that Monday dead eye stare. At Cooper's ANC1. That's the handle if you want to see the picture. Good morning. Have a fabulous day. Is that a Bichon? Oh my goodness. Handle Gina 183063441. Let's see here. Also, Olivia Munn. Okay, so Olivia Munn is back on social media. Olivia Munn shares disastrous 40th birthday bikini video. 2020 strikes again. Oh my God. Oh no. No, she didn't. Go to her Instagram. Why is it disastrous? I don't see what's wrong with the picture or the bikini. I mean, it's not super, I guess, a super good looking bikini, but she looks totally fine to me. I don't see the issue here, folks. Of course, pop media being overcritical, as usual. This is why our celebrities, our best and brightest, have all of these self-esteem issues. So, folks, that wraps up our second segment. Next segment coming up, more news, more news, more news. See you in a few. This is Juan Newsom again, and I'm your host with the GSMC Social Media News Podcast, and we will be right back.
Want to find out what movies to go see? Then check out the GSMC Movie Podcast. It's your ticket to the latest movies, whether it's a new blockbuster event, romantic, comedy, or action flick. This show has got it all covered. They talk some what to go see now. Don't bother. What's hot on Netflix and everything in between. That's GSMCpodcast.com/movie-podcast. When it's all about the movies, it has to be this new show. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit GSMCpodcast.com for more info.
Okay, back from the break. Again, this is Juan Newsom. I am your host on the GMAC podcast. And we're here. We're talking about the first segment. We discussed Will and Jada. Second segment, we did news. And now with more energy, we have more news. So if I'm going to the trending topics in Twitter, social media, and on the news, Matthew McConaughey is telling them to stay the hell indoors so that we can go back to partying. I'm with you, Matthew. I want to get this COVID thing out of the atmosphere so that we can go back to normal. I like McConaughey. He's one of my favorites. You ever seen him in Dazed and Confused when he talks about it? He said, "Hey man, what you been doing?" And then he comes up and he's like, "Oh, nothing, man. Just working in the city, trying to keep a little change in my pocket." He said, "You know what I like about these high school girls, man? The older I get, they stay the same age." I don't know if that's a good impression or not, but it's a pretty funny movie. It's one of those, it's kind of like a Texas version of Fast Times and Ridgemont High, if you want to ask me. Also in news, Dr. Pedro warns that bad effects on meatless burgers. Oh my God, oh no. Secret guest on Dr. Oz and Good Morning America, Dr. Vincent Pedro is begging Americans to stop eating these veggie burgers. Wow. Okay. I thought they were healthy, but maybe they're not. Okay. Alright. Next in the news, a lot of political stuff here, man. We don't do politics, so I can't do that. A new strain of coronavirus is more infectious but doesn't make people any sicker than before. So according to Business Insider Health section, there is a new strain of coronavirus. I can briefly go to the article. Brendan McDermott, Reuters. A new strain of the novel coronavirus that's been spreading from Europe to the U.S. is more infectious than the predecessor, but it's not making people any sicker than before, according to the new global study. First reported on by CNN. Researchers call the new strain G614 and the previous strain D614. One of the researchers who worked on the study told CNN that the new mutation is now the dominant form infecting people. Our global tracking data show that G614 variant and spike has spread faster than D614. The study said that we interpret this meant to be the virus is likely to be more infectious. Interestingly, we did not find the evidence of G614 impact on disease severity. The study comes as U.S. is facing a resurgence of the coronavirus outbreak after multiple stages began reopening earlier than was recommended. So it's very possible this new strand could be the cause of these new outbreaks. So folks will keep an eye on this. Let's see here. Next in the news. All right. Man, everything is political. I'm trending. I'm looking at the trends. Okay, Florida surpasses 200,000 COVID-19 cases as July 4th holiday weekend comes to a close. Now keep in mind, folks, that there are new cases, but the death rate is going down. So there may be new people being infected, but in terms of the rate of death is going down. That's just something to think about when you try not to panic out there. Still be safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Watch where you go. Limit. Be safe out there, folks. Social distance, I think, is important, especially if you're in an urban or a very populous area. But just be safe, folks. Don't. It's not really time to party yet. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, this is a very interesting post. I don't wanna. Walmart striking again. Walmart employees will never get bored as long as these shoppers continue to arrive. Okay, another Walmart strike. That's the last thing we need, especially with the pandemic going on. We need our Walmarts operational. Let me go here. Let's see what this is about. Well, this is another I don't know. Scratch it. I don't know about this. Okay. It's trending though, so I'm giving you what's trending. Florida and Texas both hit record highs as new coronavirus cases on Saturday as outbreaks keep surging in the South. That's trending on not only Yahoo News but also on Twitter as well. All right. Now this is funny. Brain-eating amoeba case reported in Florida. Now, I heard about this on the news. It's also trending on Twitter and on Facebook. And there is a Fox News video that referenced this. So that's something you may want to check out. Brain-eating amoebas. Wow. That's scary. Okay. For the cute and cuddly part of our segment today, they have 20 dogs that have more swag than you. Okay, I want to see this. Please don't let it be a bum article. Yeah, it is. Why do they do that? It's on Living Magazine, but the article is giving me a hard time. But there are some really cute dogs here, most of which are dressed in pajamas. All of them are dressed in pajamas, actually. They are really cute. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love puppies. They're all puppies too. They're not adult dogs, they're puppies. That's why they're so cute. Alright. Oh, this is sad. Applebee's employee dies in parking lot while celebrating July 4th of July celebration. Texas came in tragic when a woman fell from a moving vehicle in an Applebee's parking lot and died early Sunday. Officials say around 12:30 a.m. Oh, hearts goes out to the family. That's sad news, of course. Let's see here. All right. Ooh, be careful out here. According to the health section in the Miami Herald, COVID-19 could lead to increase in tick-borne illness. Experts say, here's why. Okay, as if you needed anything else to worry about in 2020, summer is here, which means tick season is too. While experts say ticks are expected to be about average this year, they say that the U.S. may see an uptick in Lyme disease cases due to the coronavirus pandemic. Why? Because people stuck at home are spending more time outside, today reported. Fewer ticks. Next section. A survey of acorns indicated that 2020 will see an average or slightly below average number of ticks. The New York Times reported acorns are used to estimate the size of any given year's tick population because they are food for mice, which ticks like to feed on, according to the pest world. Wow. Wow. Okay, folks. So that's another thing to look out for. Let's see here. All right. All right. This is all trending. I mean, I love Twitter. I love Yahoo News. Let's see what else is going on. The latest Twitter. latest home explorer. Oh my goodness. Charlie Daniels died? Charlie Daniels passed away, folks. Rest in peace, Charlie Daniels, Country Music Hall of Famer, dies at 83. Wow. Wow, we're losing folks. 2020 is just not a good year for us, I guess. I think we all came into 2020 with, I know I came into 2020 with a lot of optimism, you know, not only personally, which I think personally I have grown, and also financially, but just I had more optimism, you know, for the country in a whole. And I'm not speaking politically. I'm just, you know, 2020, it's an even year, you know. Even years to me are a sign of, you know, you're starting all over, you know, you're having a new beginning, you know, you're putting away the old and you're making room to kind of usher in the new. And that's, you know, to me, that's what 2020 kind of symbolized. But, you know, we have all this stuff going on, all this turmoil in the streets and this pandemic and, you know, the politics, you know, dividing everyone. So, folks, let's try to unite out here. So, all right, going back to trending. Let's see what else is trending. Ivy League schools begin rolling out plans for 2020 to 2021 academic year. Okay. Harvard announced Monday that the entirety of its courses the forthcoming academic year will be moved online. Tuition, however, will remain the same. Princeton has offered to allow students to return to campus for one semester at a time, though most classes will be remote. They are also offering a 10% reduction in tuition via Yahoo News. Wow, that's great. Harvard University, this is from the Harvard University Twitter site. Harvard will welcome up to 40% of undergraduates on campus for the fall semester, including first-year students and those who need to be on campus to learn. So there's a mixture out there, folks. And I know a lot of different schools are handling this differently. So I know some people don't like the online. It works for some, and others need to be there in the classroom, folks. So let's just see how this thing shakes out. I think ultimately we'll be okay, and we're going to learn from this pandemic experience, and we're going to bounce back, folks. So, folks, let's see here. We're going to take a break here. I just want to thank you again. This is Juan Newsom. I am your host for the GSMC Social Media News Podcast, and we will be right back. Thank you.
Do you want to be healthier, yet you just don't know what to do? All these shows telling you this and that, but nothing seems to work. Well, listen close. Golden State Media Concepts has got something great for you. The Health and Wellness Podcast, dedicated to workout trends, healthy eating habits, diet, and everything about healthy living. Join us in our banters as we help you not just live life to the fullest, but live it to the healthiest.
Welcome back. It's Juan Newsom. We're back. I'm your host, and we're back here at GSMC Productions, and we are here for the fourth segment. Last segment, we discussed popular news and events that were trending on Twitter and other social media. For this segment, we wanted to go to sports, and I'm a sports buff. If you heard my last podcast, Cam Newton goes off on Instagram. He says that you chose this over that. I'm tired of this humble SH. You get the drift. Not going to say it on here. But, so Cam Newton, I think Cam Newton is coming in, and he's coming in at the right time, at the right place, in New England. New England is a great team. I know they're probably anxious to get him on the field and see what he can do. Hopefully he doesn't have those nagging injuries that he's had in the past, and if he can come back healthy, they'll probably make a run. I mean, Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniel, I don't think they've, since they've been working together in New England, has ever had a mobile quarterback. But Cam Newton is he's really a good prospect. I mean, things are really looking up in New England, and he has weapons to throw and hand it off to. That's why I think they're going to be better than you think. And, they're going to go further than you think. Their division has always been weak. You got the Jets and the Bills there, and the Dolphins. So their division has always been weak, which can be an advantage. You can give them time to get better during the season. But, again, they have to face other teams. I think he'll be great. Stephen A. Smith had a few things to say about Cam Newton and his tenure, his upcoming tenure.
I'm finally the king of my own castle, but my castle has...
So yeah, Stephen A. Smith from ESPN had a few thoughts on Cam Newton's and his arrival in New England.
In all seriousness, on another level, here's where I concern myself. I don't mind stuff like that, Dominique, from boxers, tennis players, even golfers or whatever the case may be. But when your success is so predicated on the efforts and the exploits of others, that's where I get a bit concerned. We've got to take into account what Cam Newton is walking into. He's got N'Keal Harry, who's got something to prove. Lacoste, who's got something to prove. These guys are young, talented dudes, but obviously chemistry was an issue to some degree last year. Okay, Julian Edelman is there, no question, a savvy veteran. But nevertheless, it was Tom Brady throwing him the football all of those years, not somebody else. Yes, their running game is stout with White and Sony Michel, and obviously you've got Josh McDaniel calling plays, and you've got the greatness of the great Bill Belichick overseeing everything. But in the end, what it comes down to is that Cam Newton's got to go up in there, and he's got to accomplish and establish something that Jarrett Stidham, believe it or not, has already established. Chemistry with these players simply because he has been there before. Is it a daunting...
So what are you saying, Stephen A? Okay, of course, he has to establish himself and he has to prove himself to the team. But we're talking about Cam freaking Newton. This guy is a former MVP. So I have no doubts that Cam Newton can go in there and that he can win this job. That's to me, that's just not even a question. The question is, will they be able to adapt their playbook to his kind of a style of play? Now, Cam Newton can pass in the pocket all day. He doesn't have to run. It's just, can he adapt to doing things the Patriot way? That's really what it's all about. It's not just about the chemistry of the team, but can he adapt to doing things the Patriot way? So, we will see. But I do like Cam's approach in terms of his mindset, because guess what? He was in Carolina, and you know what? Carolina hasn't been as successful since he left. So I have a chip on my shoulder too if I carried that team for years and for years and for years and for years. Wouldn't you have a chip on your shoulder? So I just find it funny. People, they're out here bashing Cam about these words, but he just had to he had to get it off his chest. So I hope I wish Cam Newton all the success in New England. I really do. I met Cam Newton a couple of times, and I think he's a really, really stand-up guy. He does a lot for kids. I mean, it's gonna be great to see him. And if he really goes in there and dig deep and does things the Belichick Patriot way, I think they're gonna come out top. These guys could be potential Super Bowl contenders, for all as I'm concerned. So I'm on the Twitterverse, of course, and there's reactions. And it looks like Nick Wright agrees with me. Addition of Cam Newton, of course, makes the Patriots a Super Bowl contender. Chiefs, Ravens, Patriot. That's your power ranking in the AFC. I'm happy for Cam. I'm just sad for everyone else, primarily myself. That is hilarious. Okay. Character criticisms of Cam Newton. The Patriots' new Captain America reek of racial bias. Character. What is this talking about? Oh, God. Another critical article. I mean, that comes with the territory. Okay. PFF NE Patriots. Cam Newton pre-2018 shoulder injury. 86.4 passing grade. 7th best in the NFL. I don't see why he can't come back and do it again. I just don't see it. Oh man, Colin Cowherd went in. Randy Moss is the most talented receiver in the NFL. Cam Newton wasn't the most talented QB in division. Let's slow down. Colin Cowherd. Okay. Cam, this is ammunition, baby. This is called ammunition. Just write them down. Take names, write them down. Get take a mental picture of the haters and the doubters, and get that Lombardi, baby. That's all I gotta say. Okay, Dan Hughes at Go Buckeyes for Life. I've watched nearly every professional game for Cam Newton. He's always been a physical freak show. He doesn't correct stepping into his throws, which he couldn't do ever in Charlotte. Then he will be the same Cam Newton. Muscles are inconsequential relative to technique. Okay. Barstool Sports. The only thing better than Cam Newton's workout video is Cam Newton's arrival in Foxborough. Okay, Barstool Sports. Got Cam Newton arriving in Foxborough. Oh no, Nick Wright is with Tom Brady on the Patriots, not contenders. Oh my God. Nick Wright with Cam Newton on the Patriots side. Yeah, contenders. Just say you hate Brady, Nick, and shut up. Brian at Captain Cuddles. Oh man, that is funny. Cam Newton was 2-0. This is the Ringer Twitter site. Cam Newton was 2-0 against New England, making him one of the small handful of QBs to have a winning record against Belichick. He joins a long line of players who went from beating the Patriots one year to joining them the next. See, and that's the one thing about Belichick, and only a few other coaches are like this. He sees a characteristic in an opposing player that he may have lost to or may have given him a hard time, and he immediately looks and see if it can be a fit. Cam Newton, being big as he is in terms of size, being a mobile quarterback, and having a good amount of arm strength, field awareness, and is able to read defenses pretty decent. It's really no wonder to me that Bill Belichick will look to include this type of player on his roster. Again, I think, they have a Cam Newton. If you ever see his workout videos, the guy works out really well. He seems like he keeps himself in really good shape, even in the off season. And, I think it's a win-win. The contract is, not as not as much as it should be. And even I know Richard Sherman, he kind of called them out on the contract as far as them not paying Cam enough. I know, which I kind of agree. I mean, the Patriots though historically have been cheap. I mean, even Tom Brady was underpaid for years, and I think with Tom Brady, he got a little tired of it and being underpaid, and maybe to a degree he felt underappreciated and undervalued. And now here's Richard Sherman's comments. Okay. So here's the USA Today. Richard Sherman questions QB low salary. And San Francisco 49ers cornerback Richard Sherman felt Newton wasn't paid what he deserves. Okay. He calls the contract, the salary with the Patriots, disgusting, basically. Free agent quarterback agreed to a 1-year contract with New England Patriots on Sunday. And San Francisco 49ers cornerback Richard Sherman felt Newton wasn't paid what he deserves. Newton played with a string of injuries over the last several seasons, will get an opportunity to prove his value under Super Bowl winning coach Bill Belichick and try to capitalize on a long-term deal in 2021. The 1-year deal is worth up to $7.5 million with incentives. The minimum base salary is only a little over $1 million. In 2015, NFL MVP will rank 27th among league quarterbacks if he capitalized on the full value of the deal, according to overthecap.com. Regardless of circumstances, the potential for a match made in heaven, Union Sherman wasn't having it. How many former league MVPs have to sign a minimum? Asking for a friend, just ridiculous. Sherman tweeted, complimenting Newton's resume. A transcendent talent. Less talented QBs are getting $15 to $16 million a year. Disgusting. Wow. I would have, football head, being a true football fan, I would really have agreed. But it's going to be interesting. I mean, this season is going to be interesting, especially with the the COVID draft. Everybody getting drafted from home. And then also you had, you had the COVID draft. You also had, people that were, transactions that, Cam Newton in New England, who would have ever thought? And, other transactions, Tom Brady going to Tampa Bay, Gronk coming out of retirement, getting traded to Tampa Bay for a second round pick. So, I think this season is going to be interesting. I think for me, I always try to look for something positive, a storyline to root for. And so this year, folks, I think I'm going to root for Cam. So I think it's a worthy cause to root for. So again, folks, just to recap, just want to thank you all for being here today. And this is Juan Newsom. I'm your host for today, Social Media Podcast, folks. And folks, you can find us on iTunes. You can find us on TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts. You can find us on iHeartRadio. And you can find us on all of the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go and find us, like us. That's going to help us out with a lot of things, with our following, especially with advertising, to keep us going. I want to thank you again. Thank you, folks. See you next time.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Social Media Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. From movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.